Hey there, Nate here with the Volunteer Tech Vlog on the Live Sound 101 YouTube channel. Happy Sunday to you. Today is, I gotta turn the air on. It's warm. It's getting warm in here. Whew. Today is April 9th, 2017, and it is a beautiful day. It's starting to feel like spring, and so that is a really good thing. We got Easter coming up. Palm Sunday just went down. And this is a media report for Palm Sunday. And this was my second go-around with the Yamaha TF5, my personal second go-around. The board has been installed for, I think, 3 weeks now? 4 weeks? 5 weeks? I don't know. But it's my second round with it. So I've logged 2 midweek rehearsals and 2 Sunday mornings for 2 services apiece. So that is somewhere around 14 hours behind the board. And I'm starting to really feel more comfortable with it, learning some of the ins and outs. There's still an adjustment. We're still definitely, from a technical standpoint and a musician standpoint, we're still very much in this, what I would call an adjustment phase, where we had this thing and now we've got this new thing, and we're kind of learning some lessons along the way, and there's new philosophies, new ways of thinking, new things that can be done that hadn't previously been able to be done. So we're still kind of wrapping our heads around that and kind of navigating that together, which I think is healthy. I think that's a good thing. So I'll just start off the report with, for rehearsal, we hit as a max DBSPL, A-weighted slow, we hit the max of 89 at the back of the room. During the 8 a.m., we hit 88.2, and during the 10:45, we hit 88.7. So we were right in that 88, 89 range, which is good because we're operating with quieter monitors in general, and we're operating with a little bit more compression, so that kind of helps manage some of those peaks. Let's see, sanctuary left and right wall displays needed to be plugged in. Okay, so we just had the sanctuary painted, and so those displays were a little bit out of position, a little bit off-centered and not adjusted right, so we had to adjust those. EJ, big thanks to EJ for helping out with that. Climbed up the ladder and did some adjusting and plugged those in for us. Awesome job. Fellowship Hall was on the wrong input, so I had to switch that to HDMI 1 and reposition it. And that's pretty much, that should be part of like the normal checklist for our video tech. Whoever's doing words, when they come in, they should just make sure Fellowship Hall display is on HDMI 1 and it's positioned properly, because we have Awana happening during the week, and they use the display with HDMI 3, the side input, and they adjust the positioning of it because it's on a dual swing arm. So that should be part of like a normal standard operating procedure or a checklist for the video tech, just to go in and make sure that happens. Let's see, TF5 color code. Okay, then I guess I'll end with a TF5 color code. So right now, if you're brand new to the TF5, the way we've deployed it, we've color coded the channels so that red is associated with a microphone, so it's like a live mic. Purple is associated with a DI box. Blue is an instrument microphone, so it's a microphone that's like in front of a guitar amp or maybe the piano, versus the red, which is a vocal mic. I should have said vocal mic, not just a microphone. Blue is the instrument mic. And then green is a special type of instrument mic. That's the drum kit, so it's easy to identify where the drums are. And then pink is wireless, and white is the master. So that's my quick little report for today, or everything I had written down. But I'll continue to give a report as I drive here in this Let's Drive format. Got to give a shout out to S. Ewing and to Josh and to Kate and whoever may be listening in the church office as Josh plays this back, because I know Josh likes to listen to me ramble. Helps us kind of communicate and dialogue back and forth when we're both busy doing various things. So I think that is a good thing. Yeah, thanks for listening, whoever may be in earshot of this video as it's being played back. What are some other nuggets? Okay, so for this week, the rechargeable batteries, the location of the rechargeables changed, and I, for some reason, didn't see them on the shelf. They're actually labeled very clearly, but they're in a new location that I wasn't used to. So the rechargeable 9 volts are on the shelf now, and the iPad is also now kept on the shelf over where like the wireless handhelds and wireless body packs are kept, which I think is good because it kind of co-locates everything you need for that task right in the same spot, so you're doing less walking around. So I think that's a good thing. I just had to get used to the new location. So little heads up for the next person doing sound. Let's see what else. So we recorded stereo, we recorded multi-track. I think the service, from what I could tell, went off pretty much without a hitch. There was one point in particular where second service, there was some changes that had been made. So we had first service, everything went fine. Then there was a Sunday school or a Christian education class happening in the sanctuary, and I was in a class, so I wasn't there, but Josh stuck around and got the teacher up and running with everything they needed, and he muted Fellowship Hall Pulpit so that the other class wasn't interrupted. And so when the second service started, I wasn't immediately aware of that, but then I caught it pretty quickly after, I think in the first like 2 minutes. So there was a point in time where the pulpit couldn't be heard in overflow during the second service. So that's the only glitch I can think of, but I did manage to catch it before somebody came up and complained, so I think that was probably a good thing. Actually, I think I caught it within like the first like 30 seconds because I had been aware of that happening in the past. So that was really the only glitch. I did get some positive feedback from people that said they could hear everything and it sounded good. So I had 2 people say that, which of course you always like to hear that. And so appreciate the kind feedback from a few folks. Other than that, I think we're still in that adjustment phase where we're getting used to the new technology. And I think really the second, we're in Q2 here. So I think like Q3, and so Q2 I think is going to be all the trainees that had been on board before. So David, myself, Josh, Wesley. I think that's Q2 is really going to be about us really making sure we understand the new equipment very well. And then I think what I'd like to do is focus on Q3 and 4 on training new people. So we had 2 new people step up and say, hey, I want to do audio. And so I think I haven't really been in a good position to train them because I have been myself a trainee learning the new system. I want to make sure I feel real comfortable using the new system before I train somebody else. So I think Q3 and 4, I really want to focus on training those new folks that expressed an interest. And I think now with the new system, I think it should be much easier to train those new folks. And maybe that can happen sooner than Q3 and 4. Maybe that can happen end of Q2 into Q3, and we can really get two new people in there, which would be great. So I think probably the next step is, from a technical leadership perspective, is really explaining to the new recruits what it is involved and the time commitment and level of technical know-how they'll be expected to have, and just really prepping them for it to see if that's something they really want to do. Because many times in the past, people have expressed an interest to get involved, and then they start to learn what it entails, and then they kind of have second thoughts or hesitation. So that has been a challenge in the past to deal with. So, but I'm excited for where we're going. I think 6 months from now, I think we're all going to be real happy with the system. And right now we're just kind of in that adjustment phase, getting used to the new stuff. But overall, I think it's going really well. Josh is putting in a lot of work, and it's really paying off. So I really appreciate everything Josh is doing, because we definitely wouldn't be here if we didn't have him dedicated, focused on this for, X hours per week. I'd say 10 hours a week, but it's probably much more than just 10 hours a week that he's putting in there. So thank you, Josh. Really appreciate it. But that'll be it for this media report, and I will see you in the next video.